Hey guys, it's Lexi, and today we are going to be filming a video that I honestly never really thought I'd be doing. I am going to be answering your assumptions about me. Which now that I think about it is really scary because like, what are you gonna assume? So I asked you guys over on my Instagram, which...
If you're not following, link in the description, go and follow me, what the heck?
And just asked you guys to leave some assumptions about me. I haven't gone through them properly, but I did have a quick scan and you guys went kind of crazy, so let's just get started. As always, before we do actually start, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Also comment what your first assumption was about me. Maybe that's a good thing for you to comment. I don't know. But yeah, please do be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe for videos every Friday. Because things are going to get better over here. I'm telling you that for free. Okay, the first one is you started social media as a hobby and never wanted it to be a career. This is definitely true. I think nowadays people do start social media with the goal of it being a job, which is kind of dangerous because it takes so long, 9 times out of 10, to build a core audience and to be able to like live off of your earnings. I started YouTube when I was like 13 and was doing it all the way through college and school, got bullied to hell for it. And yeah, it wasn't until I was supposed to go to university that I dropped out and started working full-time as a streamer and a content creator. The next one is you're not as into streaming as you used to be. And this is definitely true as well. When I started streaming, it was very close to like the whole Among Us, Fall Guys, like bang. And I was streaming every day for like 9 hours with so many people and everybody's streams were popping off. And now that lockdown's over and everybody's back to like normal life, there aren't as many games that interest me anymore since Among Us died. And it's hard to keep finding games that are new and interesting and that people enjoy watching. So I'm definitely not as into streaming as I used to be, but it is still something I enjoy. Okay, the next one is one of the ones that got asked a lot, so I'm just gonna answer it. You secretly fancy one of the sideburns.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, I do not, is the answer. I don't know why people are so obsessed with the concept of girls who are friends with their girlfriends or girls in the creator space being in love with the sidemen. I think they're great. I'm friends with a few of them. I think they're amazing people, insane content creators. But have I ever fancied one of them? No, very sorry. The next one is you have a... Oh my God. The next one's kind of deep. You have deep, dark secrets and are very good at hiding them. I think this is true though. I've very much always been the kind of person where I'd rather suffer in silence and have people feel like they can come and talk to me than talk about my problems and have people pity me and feel like they can't come to me with theirs. So I definitely do keep a lot of things to myself, and it's not until I get really drunk or like I'm having a really deep chat with someone that I kind of just offload everything, and then I feel bad for doing that. And I think I'm also very good at keeping secrets as well. I think I'm a kind of person that people come and tell a lot of their secrets to. That's always been the case. I don't know why, but I've never told anyone any of them. So if you ever have a secret to tell, come and tell me. Okay, the next one is you're a heavyweight in drinking. Am I allowed to say that's true about myself? I feel like with most people, they want to say they're a heavyweight, but sometimes they're just not. If I don't eat properly before a night out, I am a lightweight, and within 2 sips, I'm drunk. 9 times out of 10, I'm normally like the one that is looking after everyone. I'm normally the mom, so I drink, but I drink a lot of water and I can sober up really quick. I'm never normally the one that gets like blackout drunk every time. And normally when I go out for drinks with friends, I'm the last one to get drunk. I don't know, I just get nervous something's gonna happen to someone. So I don't know if I'm a heavyweight or just sensible. I feel like if I drank a lot, I would get drunk quite quick, but normally I'm just quite sensible. So I'm just gonna say I'm a heavyweight, okay? The next one is you actually hate it when everyone calls you huge and you wish you were smaller. For those of you who don't know, I got called by Bez huge on the Side Plus podcast, and it's literally because we were at Josh and Freya's birthday party. It was the first time we'd met, and I think there were like little steps at the party that you could step up on. So in all the photos I look really tall because I'm up on this step and they're not, and he must have just thought I was tall. I mean, the man's is like 5'7", I'm 5'10", like, you know, clearly there was a miscommunication. But yeah, it became this running joke, and every day I'd have people coming into my stream being like, you're huge, and I found it funny. My family found it funny. Sometimes people would laugh a little too hard and I'd be like, is it really that funny? As someone who has always been tall, I've heard more than enough shit about being a giant. I've always been a tall gal. I'm 5'10", like I just said. Sometimes when you have a lot of friends who are 5'2" and really, really cute, and you always have girls being like, oh yeah, guys like smaller girls and stuff like that. It is just a bit like, yikes, you know? I think I'm at a point now where people making jokes about my height doesn't bother me because I'm comfortable in myself. But growing up, I definitely hated it when people would be like, oh my God, you're a giant, you're so tall. But I heard it so often, I guess I became immune to it. I'm 5'10" and what? Like, I'm perfectly happy. If you have a problem, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. So next one is you secretly hate living with G in London and want to go back to Brighton with a better flatmate. Imagine if I was like spot on. No, I love living with G. I would live with G forever if I could. She's one of my best friends and we became friends so quickly, and the way we became friends is so special to me, and she is such an important person that I love in my life. I think I do eventually want to move back to Brighton. My core friendship group is in London, but at the same time, a lot of my friends in London are older than me and are moving on to the next chapters of their life, which is so exciting to watch, and it's something I'm really excited to see them experience. I don't know how long G and I are going to be living together because she wants to stay in London. I eventually want to move back to Brighton because there's a lot of people that I love and family and friends that I have over there, and I feel like at my core I am a Brighton girl. So I think eventually when that does happen and everybody kind of moves into their houses and start moving and doing their own thing properly, that's probably when I'll move back to Brighton and hang out with the people that are more my age. But we don't know when that'll be. That'll probably be in a few years in the future, but I would definitely probably not be able to find a better flatmate than G, and that time is not coming anytime soon. So moving back to Brighton, it's not a want, it's an eventuality, but about a flatmate, I got the best one already. The next one says, you got really good grades in school. And I guess the answer is yes. And there's no way to say that without sounding like I'm an absolute asshole. So I did pretty good, and I think it annoyed people because I did pretty good without trying. I never really studied. I just had quite a good memory. We were one of the first years to have numbers in our GCSEs. GCSEs is what we did at the end of high school for those of you that are in America. And I got pretty much all A's and A stars besides 2 C's, one in maths, which I am not a maths girl. I'll tell you that for free. So I cried when I found out I got a C because I was like, I passed, thank God. And the other one was in further additional science, so it wasn't really an official grade anyway. And then all the rest was A's and A stars. And then I got a 9 in English literature, which is like an A star. And then at A levels, I really didn't try and got 2 distinction stars in dance and drama, and then a B in English lit, which I was proud of because the day before both of my English exams, I went to concerts and I didn't revise. I didn't even read the books properly. I remember there was a book we had to do and I didn't read the last half of it, and the question was about the end, but I got a B. And then my English teacher came up to me afterwards and was like, it's okay, like we all know you could have done better, but a B is great. And I was like, oh, a B is fucking insane, I'll take it. The next one's kind of sad. The next one says, you would have bullied me in school, but they also said I look pretty today, so thank you. I can assure you, I definitely would not have been the type to bully you at school. I was the type that got bullied at school. I feel like since I dyed my hair blonde, I don't know, maybe I just give off Regina George energy. I didn't have a ridiculously hard time at school. In primary school, I got bullied so much I had to move classes. But in secondary school, I just had a lot of girls that like gave me a hard time. There was so many times where I'd go to a party, because I didn't get invited to parties often, but I'd bump into the popular girls. And the day after, I'd hear people talking about like how they were talking about me, and they just bitch about me and would kind of like just not like me for no reason, because I was friends with a lot of guys. If I like was friends with their boyfriend, they'd be really off with me, that kind of thing. But I was never the type to bully anyone. I wasn't particularly popular at school, but I knew everyone, you know, those types of people. Like I didn't have lots of friends, but I knew lots of people. But yeah, I definitely can promise you I would not have bullied you. I was really not that type of person. I was way too insecure. I was stupidly insecure at school, so can promise you I wouldn't have. Somebody said you give off tall energy, I think, even if you're not physically tall, and I can tell you I am tall. I'm 5'10". However much I try to tell myself that's not tall, it is above average for a girl, very much so. I own it now, I'm proud of it. I'm 5'10", I'm tall as hell. And what? The next one is another one that came up really often, and it's, you're in 2 minds about doing OnlyFans. I'm really not. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I sit there and I'm like, I could make so much money if I did an OnlyFans. I'm really not in 2 minds about it. It's not something I want to do. I have a lot of respect for the sex work industry. I have a lot of friends that do OnlyFans and pop off and get their bag, and it's amazing. It is just not for me. I don't have the confidence for that. I don't think I have the mentality to deal with what people say to people that do OnlyFans. Not even outside of that and the stigma of it, but within the platform and the way people think they can treat people that do OnlyFans within the app. It's not for me. I have a lot of respect for it, but it really is not. And I hate it. I hate nothing more than people being like, oh, just do OnlyFans, you know you want to. It's not hot. You're not flirting with me. You're not being cool or smooth or whatever by saying that. I'm not sat there like, oh my God, they want me to do OnlyFans. I think it's gross. Hey, I get so many DMs from people being like, oh, you know you want to start one. If I wanted to start one, I would, but I don't, so I'm not. Thank you very much. The next one is like another one that came around a lot, and it's that I like to sleep around a lot, like sleep with people, or that I had like a quote unquote whore phase, which first of all, so what if I did? Why would you want to know? But no, I definitely didn't. I was never the type of person, I said this in my Say It or Shot It, I was never the type of person to go out clubbing, to get with people, or to go on one night stands. I've never been on a one night stand, and I think I could count within 10 the number of people that I've gotten with on nights out. It really wasn't my thing. I think again, I was too nervous just like looking around at my friends, because I definitely had a few friends at college and school that would go to hook up with people, and that would scare me. So I'd always keep an eye on them and make sure all my friends were safe and stuff. So that wasn't really my priority. I'd go on a night out to have fun and to drink, not to hook up with people. If you do pop off, I definitely, you know, if you want to do it, you do it, but it was not my thing. Ooh, okay, next one. You're bi-curious. Not sure I'd assume that, but I think you might have that vibe. Isn't everyone bi-curious? This is a question I definitely get a lot, and it's something that I've never normally answered because I get terrified of people thinking I'm queer baiting or something like that. But I love women. I've never been in a relationship with a girl. Have I kissed girls? Yes. Would I date a girl if the perfect girl came along? Yes, of course. My attitude towards it has always been, even though I've never been with a girl romantically, if the perfect girl came along, I wouldn't say no because they were a girl, you know? I would date them. So yeah, bi-curious is definitely the right word. I would say I am. I definitely date a girl if I got along with them. Yeah, I don't know how to, I feel like it's so hard labeling stuff like that, because it's like, I guess I'm straight because I've never dated a girl before, but like, I would. I don't know. Make with that what you will. Oh, another one said you are an ENFP. And yes, I am. I'm an E/INFPT because I am an ambivert. And for those of you who don't know, those are MBTI types, basically just personality types. If you want to learn yours, do the Myers-Briggs personality test. Very interesting. But yeah, ENFPT is definitely my personality, hands down. The next one says you like to party. I definitely went through my hardcore partying phase, and if it wasn't for COVID, I probably would still be in it. When I turned 18 through to 19, which was the year and a bit that I had before COVID, I would go out near enough every single night. I would do what we'd call like golden weeks, where we'd go out every single night because you can do that in Brighton, and I'd go clubbing so often, and I'd stay out so late that I'd get the train home and there'd be people going to work. One time I came home so late, there were people going to school, and I was walking past people I knew on my way home in my clubbing clothes. That was one time low. I love a good drink and I love a good party, so I guess you're right with that one. The next one says, you're quite a shy person. How do I reply to this? I guess I am. Growing up, I was always really quiet. Like my family always find it so funny that I have a job in social media, because they're like, you would never talk. And of all the people in our family, the fact that you are the one that was always silent, but you're the one that talks the most online is crazy. I think it wasn't until I went to school and I had just like this desire to be popular, and I'd look at the popular people and be like, they're so loud and outgoing, that I kind of made myself become that way, and I guess it kind of just stuck. I think at my core, I'm a very shy person. I get a lot of energy from being around people, and I love being in scenarios where there are lots of people around me, but at the same time, my social battery is also quite low, and I can get very drained and very overwhelmed very easily when I'm around lots of people. So I feel like I am an introvert, like an extrovert in an introvert's body, really. The next one is you're competitive in a fun, spirited way. I'm definitely very competitive no matter what, and I think it's borderline toxic. Because I hate losing. I'm so bad at losing. I come from a very competitive family, and I have like a sports background where like I always wanted to win. I hate losing. Whether it's a game of Valorant or like a drinking game, I hate losing. If I lose, I will be a little bit like, I think I've gotten better with it now I'm older, but I always want to win. I'm competitive, okay? And then the last one that isn't completely gross, because some of you guys really decided to cross the line and ask some really gross things, is you hate being single. I have no problems with it. I never had a relationship like my whole life, like my whole school life. I had like those little, I guess you had those little primary school relationships where you'd hold hands for 3 days, but that was about it. And I have no problem with it. I had no desire to be in a relationship. I'm perfectly happy on my own. There was a point where I had a lot of friends around me that were in relationships, and there was a point where every single one of my friends had a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and I was just sat there like, that was kind of hard, especially when my best friend with her boyfriend Jeff were the most amazing couple. But I feel like lots of people have experienced this. When your best friend ends up in a relationship, you're like, what about me? But I never had a problem being single, never will. I think, you know, gave me time to focus on me. But yeah, those were all of the assumptions that I'm going to answer for today. Thank you so much to everybody who sent one in. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you did, and you want to see more videos like this. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys next Friday. Bye. Subscribe.